Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Staunton, and we're here today to talk and go through some options on Microsoft that hopefully you don't know about yet, and I'm going to be able to show you the ways. So we'll look at exceedingly useful Microsoft hints and tips, I promise. So, firstly, why are we going to do this? I mean, hints and tips, you know, Microsoft, we know it. But I work on the theory that, you know, the old maths questions, how long does it take to dig a hole? Does it take 4 men, 12 days to dig one hole? How long is it going to take for you to find an email? Or for you to get that important email just looking absolutely perfect? Or even arrange a quick meeting? Now, if it takes you 5 minutes and it takes all the other colleagues within Wiley 5 minutes, it's quite a lot of time. So what we're going to do is think about how that affects you. Yes, it's good for Wiley, but who leaves work on time and never works at home? This is time that you can hopefully claim back. So, you know, who here takes lunch hour? That'd be nice. Quite like that. So maybe if you can all save enough time over the next few weeks, we might get to go there. But this is what it looks like right now. You can use up to 25% of your time, now a quarter of your working week, working just on emails. Not quite sure if that's quite what I look like, but apparently that's how we end up. So to avoid that, what can be done? What are we actually going to do here to try and save back some of this time? We're going to have a look at some of these lovely hints and tips I've got for you. Now the first thing is your email. You're in your email and we're going to look at Format Painter. Does anybody not know about this? Please say yes. Thank you. Yes. So I can hopefully now show you something about this. What Format Painter is when you write your Dear John about that atrium business, what we're going to do is, I think, right, I've written this other email. I know, let's go here and I'm just going to copy this bit into it. Now you often end up copying and pasting from different sources, and then I'll come in and paste it. Look, all of a sudden it's all this snazzy ink and it's different colours and different types, and I want it all to look like one email. I don't want it to look like I've got to spend the next 5 minutes formatting that text so it's exactly the same size, colour and font. But in fact, all I need to do is highlight the bit of text where it's got the right type of font and colour and click on my Format Painter. And it's going to paint the formatting over whatever you next highlight. So, dun, dun, dun. All the same text, all the same font. Should now be so much easier. Now, I have heard stories said that this can save your life. Maybe not save your life, but it can save an awful lot of time, and it works in PowerPoint, and it works in Excel, and the rest of the Microsoft programs. So that is Format Painter. Also, if you want to start shouting, you know, you'll click on a word, make it bold, make it red, and so on. You can double click on Format Painter and move around highlighting certain words in certain areas. And then, of course, when you realise that shouting is a bad idea in an email, you can highlight some of the non-formatted text, go to Format Painter, and apply it to the rest of that email. So you're back once again into one. Right, so that was your Format Painter. And now what we're going to look at is searching for an email. You know someone sent you an email about chocolate cake, or you know somebody sent you an email about orangejournals.com. So instead of going into my inbox and searching everything there, or creating a search folder, or going to all items, I'm going to go to my Windows button on the bottom left-hand side of the screen down there, and type Orange Journal. All of a sudden it's come up with every single email that mentions Orange Journal in it. It's also come up with documents which mention Orange Journal, and I found it. Or if I'm not sure which one it is, I can go to See More Results, and it'll have them here, and by selecting a file or an email, it'll preview it on the right-hand side of the screen. You can open it up, think, right, yeah, I need to put that one in my domain folder, click on domain, and it's now been filed. Is that something you've not used before, or you have? No? It's so much faster than the other options, and I'm just going to now say that if you do have questions about this, does that make sense? Yeah? Making sense so far? Good. Right, I'm going to cancel that one. Now, the other thing I'm going to talk to is about that quick meetings thing we referred to earlier. So you've received an email. I'm going to cover two options. You've got somebody externally saying, that sounds like a brilliant idea. You've got to interview me on Friday. Come interview me. What you want to do is put that into your calendar. So you can go to your inbox where you're looking at this said email. Sorry, I'm not quite sure sometimes how my internet's, there we go, sorry, wrong place, here we go. I want to open Outlook. For some reason it's hidden my Outlook. I'm really sorry about this one. Here we go. Now I've got this really great email here and it's saying, yeah, we definitely need to meet up on Friday. So I can see this email, I can drag it over to Friday, let go, and it's created me an appointment. It's got the body of the email there, it's got everything going on. It won't have any attachments, so you can always just send that later, or attach it by dragging it up and down. So it works really well for external people, because it hasn't invited anybody there, it's created an appointment for yourself. To create a meeting, say perhaps here, what I can do instead is just click on meeting, reply with meeting. On your view, hopefully it'll actually say the word meeting. These things often look smaller and smaller, bigger screens it would appear. And there, it's going to invite everybody on that to list, everybody who's been invited to that email. So, is that something that should be useful in a day-to-day basis? Yeah. Can you see us doing lunch? Okay, and I think that with that, we're going to wrap it up now, but I've got a lot more hints and tips, which I'm going to send to you in a further email, so you can really look through that. And if you've got any questions or want to take any of this any further, then please do call or email me. Thank you very much. Any questions?